What's going on, Alonzo? This is Daniel from Josh and Danny SEO. We're going to take a quick look at your website, see what's going on, and see what we can do. So right off the bat, I can already tell this is a Google website, and they kind of build it. They do give you some ability to kind of change things up, but it doesn't really work well with kind of ranking, shall we say. So, and the reason I know this is because this is all just one long page. So if I go to gallery, it'll just scroll down and it'll go to the next page available. If this is all one house, I'm going to assume you haven't done a lot with your website for a while now. I mean, this was posted in 2022. Okay, it's not so long ago. It's about 5 months. But regardless, there's not a lot of content on here. Powered by Google's fine, but taking a look at the back end, we can already see not a lot is going on. So an RF rank is basically, how strong you are, I guess, in a way. And I guess it's like not really necessary. The most thing you want to focus on is a UR and DR rating. A UR rating is how strong your website link is, and a DR rating is how much Google trusts you. Now, all of it works with backlinks. Now, a backlink is kind of like your network. So, not all are created equal. Some are more spammy than others. Like, you don't want the BuzzFeed and Wikipedia stuff, but you do want the painter's blog, stuff like that. Now, a backlink is where you have your website link somewhere else where somebody can click on it, and a referring domain is when it returns to you. As you can see, you have nothing here. Not only that, but you don't have any organic keywords either. Now, a keyword is what somebody might put into Google to find you. For example, I've already jumped the gun over here, but I put into Google Painter San Francisco, California. So this accomplishes two things. It's local because it's for San Francisco, so it's location specific, and it's also job specific. It's for painters. So I know that somebody living in San Francisco, California is searching for a painter. So I want that to be what Google associates my website with. Not only that, but this is how you create a good Google ad. It's location and service specific. So here we got Google Guaranteed. We got our GMB or GBP, Google My Business Profile or Google Map Pack, whichever one you'd like. But basically, you want to be in here because about 30 to 40% of all searches will click on one of these three websites here. Now, as you already knew, SF House Painting was one of the people we had clicked on. So let's take a look. So here we have our organic search. Anyone with a website can rank here. So it's very important to be in this area as well. You got Yelp as number one, SFist is number two. These are directories. CertaPro is a franchise. We have Angie as another one, Hughes another, and then finally, this one actually is another directory. And finally, we have our sfhousepainting.com. This is your first real competitor. Besides for CertaPro, that is. But as you can see, they have everything pretty much lined out. And instead of like that 3 hamburger window drop-down menu, you have home, services with a drop-down menu, about us, areas they do serve, which is quite a bit, project portfolio, and a blog, which is FAQ. They got their email here, their number, which is a click to call, so you can immediately click and call them, book a free quote, and then they have their social media accounts. The only ones that really make a huge difference are these two, Instagram and Facebook. You do want YouTube, but it's okay if you don't have them. But high quality local businesses. House Painting is a Bay Area born and painting, so they're talking a little bit about themselves, their customer testimonials, basically what you're looking for if you want a new paint job, and then the benefits of high quality work. I'm looking for something very specific. This whole house quote, exterior painting. As you can see, they talk a little bit about what it is they're doing. They have, interior painting stuff, but these are our quotes. I'm more looking at like content to see if they're talking about what it is they're doing, which is probably why they're not ranking so high on the list. And they're probably number 7 for this kind of keyword. But let's take a look at the back end and see why it's not as high as it could be. So they have a UR rating of 37, which means they have a ton of directories in here, which is another type of form of backlink. And they have a DR rating of 9, which means overall their referring domains aren't the greatest in the world. So, because otherwise it would be higher for this amount of backlinks and referring domains. So they also do have 177 organic keywords, so 177 different variations of what somebody might be looking for when they click on their website. So let's find out what's going on. So right here are the keywords that we're looking at. So remember, we're looking for two things, location specific and service specific. And all of these are variations. Somebody did really well with this. All of these are variations of exactly that, except for this one. I mean, this is Bay Area, so I guess it does count. SF Painting is their name. I mean, you're bound to have that on your website just by proxy. But as you can see, all of these are doing really well as far as what he wants on his website to rank for. But now we have to look at the volume, right? We want to make sure that everything we have on our website that we're ranking for has at least a volume of something, even 10 or more. So there's 300 people a month searching for these guys. So this is 1,000, a little less than 1,000 right over here for the top 3 words that he's ranking for. And as you can see, he's pulling in a decent amount of traffic here. He's pulling over 200 people a month, which is 20% of whatever he's being searched for. So, and cool thing is you can't put them in pictures if you know what you're doing. So as you can see, he's ranked number 2 for this one and this one, and number 7. So the one I put in was Painters, San Francisco, California, or CA. That is not here really. I mean, because he's ranked number 7 for that one. But as you can see, basically the position you're in is what's going to generate traffic to your website, and you definitely want a good volume for it. Now, if you're number 1, 2, or 3, you will generate roughly about 10 to 20% of all search volume going to your website. So it's very important to, find the high volume and kind of, put yourself in a position that it makes sense for you to rank for those words. So how does that work with you? So my advice to you, Alonso, is going to be 4-step process, because your website is generated by Google, which means it's not going to be really good for ranking. It's just more of like a calling card where people look at, and that's it. So my advice would be you're going to have to overhaul no matter what you do, simply because you have no content and you have no separation of pages, which will confuse Google if you have all of your content all on just one page speaking about so many different things. It just muddles the water over there. So you're definitely going to want to split everything up. So step number 1 is you need a new website overhaul. Step number 2 is you need content on that website that complements the keywords, which is step 3, that you're going to put there. And the keywords you're going to want are exactly what area it is you're trying to search for, the services you're going for, so you don't rank for just one thing, you rank for a variety of things. So instead of just ranking for painters in San Francisco, you're also ranking for popcorn sanding removal in San Francisco. You want to be the first one showing up for all the different variations of services you offer. And then step number 4 is going to be the hardest one, and that's going to be backlinks. We got to find you some good quality ones. The good news is we already have a great indicator of what some good ones are, and that is these 307, which actually translates to 133 of really good backlinks for your website. That gives us an idea on how to beat the competition. Anyway, those 4 steps, website content, keywords, as well as backlinks, is exactly what you need in order to start ranking this so you can get organic calls through your website. Imagine if you can bring all these numbers up so that your organic traffic is just 100 per month of people through your website. That's 100 people that weren't calling in, now they are. What can you do with that? Well, anyway, that's all I got for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach back out. Other than that, you have a good one. Bye.